What do you think about all this money that we're sending Ukraine, Israel, just every country that needs money? What do you think about that, right? Meanwhile, we've got people here in America starving. They can't pay the rent. They can't buy their medicine. They can't buy groceries. But we have billions and billions of dollars to send to other countries to help them fight their wars, right? Ukraine is starting to hit inside of Russian territory now. Some people are like, that's good. That's what they need to do. Take the fight to Russia. Who remembers Biden saying, we will not send tanks, we will not send F 16s, we will not send no offensive weapons to Ukraine? But yet we've done it all, haven't we? We've sent it all. Do you honestly think that Ukraine is the one doing this inside of Russia? No, it's NATO troops, right? We're the ones flying the drones, picking the targets out, and doing all this for them. Russia hasn't responded to it yet, right? Russia just keeps saying, you do this, we'll do this. You do this, there'll be repercussions, but yet nothing has happened. Like we said the other day, it's almost like they're being told to wait on something. Somebody is controlling all the strings, right? You've got Israel. Why are they sitting around waiting just to go on? Why don't they just go on and roll through these countries, right? That they're fighting with, Lebanon. I mean, come on. What's taking them so long to get going? Have you ever seen wars like this in your time? I personally haven't. Where you call your enemy and say, hey, we're going to hit you at a certain time, certain place. This is the weapon systems we're using. You might want to get your people out of there, but here's the information and we're coming. Never heard of that before, but that's the way this war is. Also, Russia Ukraine war, we never get any up to the minute videos of it, do we? And what I mean by that is there's no news reporters embedded in with the troops, are they? No, we don't see nothing except what they want us to see. Well, now the Israel, Hamas, Lebanon, all that stuff's fixing us. It's starting to go like that, where we're not going to see, you know, live action stuff, right? They're trying to control the spin on it over there, what they're doing, because it's not very popular what Israel's doing. A lot of people's wanting peace. Let's get the hostages out. Let's give them this land. Let's do this. Let's do that. You know, you got to stop and think the government here in America tried to start a disinformation board to make it pretty much where they could go on any social media platform. And if they thought what you was saying either one wasn't true or a conspiracy theory, they could take it off, right? Or at least tag you as spreading disinformation. That's a very dangerous thing that they're starting to do there. Could it come here in America? Yes, they're already trying to do that. I mean, they're okay with sending billions of dollars to other countries. They're okay for the taxpayers not knowing what's going on over there, that we're just being told, yeah, this is what's happening. You also got to stop and think about something here. World War II took a very long time for the United States to get involved in it, physically involved in it. You go back, you read up on your history, you also notice after December 7th, we were in it, right? And then Germany declared war on us, so it opened up both fronts for us, right? So, I mean, you've got to start thinking, when's that going to happen again? Because this stuff is not a very popular situation that's going on. And they need the Americans to support this, right? They need Americans to support this. Your enemy's my enemy type of deal, right? We need to be watching for some kind of event that could happen, which would turn patriotism 100% around and get everybody together and focused on one enemy, right? Right now, we're all going back and forth. You're a Democrat, you're a Republican. You want this, you want that. Immigration this, immigration that, right? Which, I mean, that's seriously what the problems is: inflation, immigration. But what would get your minds off of it, right? Some type of attack on America from a enemy that we can all focus on. Go back and read about 9/11, what was going on when 9/11 happened. Sometimes things are allowed to happen to get support for what they need, if that makes any sense here. Who remembers the Patriot Act? That was passed because 9/11, and look where it's got us now, right? They listen to everything we say. They pick out keywords or anything, and then they listen to your whole conversation. But to get back on point here about money, how we have all this money, but we can't help the people at home, right? We got, oh, wait, let me correct myself. We can help the immigrants that come here, but we can't help the American citizen. We have all this money to help immigrants, right? Let's give them housing. Let's give them food. Let's give them money. Let's give them whatever they need, right? But you take an American who is down on her luck, male or female, and go try to get some help and watch what happens. You're going to be go through miles of red tape to try to get any help. Meanwhile, immigrant can walk right in, do their thing, and they walk out within a month. They've got benefits, right? But I've said before, a lot of people, when it comes to Americans, when they look at the homeless situation or something like that, it's because that they're drug addicts. They did something that caused them to become homeless, right? The immigrants, they're fleeing something bad. If we don't put a stop to that now, we're going to be in a bad shape here. We're going to be the minority here in America. The American citizens is going to be the minority, plain and simple. You know, really think about how many's come in. Let's don't get on to the point too that if they come over here and they have a baby here, then what happens with that situation, right? They're a legal immigrant, but they had a baby here. The baby's a U.S. citizen. So what happens there, right? There's a term for it, but now it's considered a racist term. I'm not going to say it. You can look it up. Guys, this election that's coming up, people are sitting there just saying this is going to determine the fate of America. This is going to determine the fate of America. It could possibly do it. Let me know your thoughts on this video. Guys, keep your head on a swivel, be aware of your surroundings at all times, protect yourself and your family at all times. At that moment, you're the only person who can do it. Stay safe, keep prepping, and if you're in the line of this hurricane coming through, start getting ready for it. I don't know how big it's going to be. We all know they hype the weather, but this one might be a pretty decent sized one. But I want you to understand, if they say it's got 150-mile-an-hour winds, that's not sustained winds all the way around this hurricane. They found it in a point when they dropped their sensors through it, okay? Stay safe, keep prepping, share this video, comment on this video, and let's keep growing the channel, guys. Stay safe.